Hi guys. So, we're adding to our homework. This is actually a pre-homework to the side lying outer and inner thigh ones. This is equally as valuable for those of you who I have given that homework to. We're in this video, we're going to do inners and outers in the same one. I will timestamp in the comments where it goes from inner to outer thigh. So first of all, you want to make sure that you have a pillow for under the head. Remember that you want to make sure that the shoulders and the neck feel supported and relaxed. So for those of you that tend to look up and back, you really need to make sure that this part of your neck is supported. Well, you think your neck is supported. Because while we do these exercises, if you strain your neck, you're actually straining your back. And since we're working on the deep pelvis exercises, if you strain your back, you're actually going to be straining your neck. So I want you guys to be safe. Okay, of course. Welcome to Pilates. So it's going to burn like hell, but you're going to be safe. So let's go ahead. So for the inner thigh, we can have a ball. Right, you can have a few different balls. I have different sizes. Start smaller, about 8 to 10 inch is perfect to start with. You can go bigger, but as you go bigger, because it's the bigger spread in the legs, which requires more effort to get in, you want to make sure that that would be a progression. Okay, so let's start with the ball. That's about 8 to 10. Pelvis is neutral. So neutral pelvis is, the quick and dirty of it is that you can find the pubic bone, find your hip bones, your ASIS, and you want them to be level. So, and that doesn't, so you always go with the bony structure, okay? Never go with where there might be muscle or fat or whatever organs or whatever else is in there, okay? So don't worry about that. Now, if you are not sure, so if your hips are tilted from side to side, try to fix it. You can even put a hand underneath if you want. Please refer to my previous video about figuring out your pelvis to see where your tendencies lie, okay? So we are working inner and outer thigh. Chances are you could have any structure. You could have strong inners, weak outers. You could have inner, outer, and strong outer and weak inner. You really do need a Pilates professional who has been properly trained, hence the term Pilates professional, who knows what they're talking about to help you pull out your muscle imbalances, okay? You can always comment and ask me. I can see you on Zoom. I can also help you in person if you happen to be in my area. Okay, so let's get going. Have the ball, okay, and your pelvis is nice and neutral. You're going to put the ball between the knees. Okay, now for inner thigh, I want your feet slightly closer together than what your sit bones are. Okay, so your sit bones are those two bones. If you reach down and feel and push up, you'll find your sit bones. Okay, so you want to make sure that your heels are slightly close together, not right together though, they don't have to be. If you're using a smaller ball, you might have to take the feet a little bit closer, okay? So, keeping relaxed, keeping a neutral pelvis, so you may or may not have space in the spine. I always have people ask me that, and I say it depends on your skeletal structure. Again, a proper Pilates professional will be able to help you determine what your body does. And it's not just when your body does it when it's just standing there. Like if you go see a chiropractor or a physio, they just do the standing, the typical roll down, roll up. It's actually functionally, while you're moving in different movements and different strains and the concentric movements and eccentric movements, what your body is doing. Okay, so we truly are the movement specialists. So that's where you want to pull these guys in, okay? We have tons of value, highly underrated. Love me. Okay, ready guys? So, pelvis is neutral, okay? Take a relax, close your eyes. You don't need your eyes, okay? So unless you need to see me, but watch the video once then, and then do it and close your eyes, okay? So let the arms be relaxed. You can have the hands wherever you want them. Just make sure there's no strain in the shoulders. Okay, and slowly take an exhale and squeeze the ball. Now don't squeeze the crap out of the ball, okay? You're squeezing, pausing, and slowly releasing. Good. And you're squeezing, pausing, and slowly releasing. Now, I could squeeze the ball much harder, but then I'd be recruiting the wrong muscles. So now I want you to squeeze and hold. I want you to feel the sit bones, how they are widening. Give space for your pelvis to sink down into them. Let everything be wide. So you shouldn't even really feel anything on the outers happening at all. Okay, this is all inner thigh. Take an exhale. Softly lift through pelvic floor and then slowly release out. Make sure the pelvis stays neutral. Squeeze and release. Good. Make sure that your spine, your neck, your shoulders, your jaw, your face all stays relaxed. Now, while you're going, squeeze and hold. Make sure you're not squeezing the anus. Now, usually buddies that go hand in hand are your jaw and your anus. So much so that I've given it the name the Janus. So make sure your Janus is relaxed. Check it out. Next time that you're doing something, if you notice you're clenching your jaw or something, check in with your anus. Ooh, might need to relax that a little bit. Okay, so just release. Good. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to hold the right one steady and you're just going to squeeze the left one in. So it's sort of like the right is being the defense and the left is being the offense. Okay, if that helps you visualize sort of what the legs are doing. So the right is still very much working. Good. Squeeze and release. And don't worry about counting. You notice I'm not counting? That's because I don't want you to have a number in your head. Because oftentimes we get attached to a number and then we just get through it. We don't focus on actually feeling the muscles working. Relax your anus, relax your jaw, and breathe. It's about either giving me like 3 to 5 awesome ones, 10 if you can, but don't count, okay? See what you can do properly for that side. One side's going to be stronger than the other. That's okay. Do them properly. We're repatterning our body. It's not easy, okay? Good. Yeah, one more time. And squeeze and release. Good. Now, hold the left and squeeze the right. So the left is now defense, right is offense. And squeeze and release. Make sure that left leg is straight up and down. And release. Good. Squeeze. Good. Just keep breathing. Release. Squeeze. And release. Good. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw. Good. Close your eyes. Good. And just see the difference. Feel the difference between the sides. It's okay. They should feel different. Okay, one more. Squeeze and release. Good. Now let's go back to doing both. Squeeze and release. Good. Squeeze and release. Squeeze. Good. 2 more if that's appropriate for you. And 1. Good. Now, only if this is an appropriate exercise for you. Okay? So, you're going to squeeze, soften in the core. You're going to curl through the pelvis and lift up just a little. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and squeeze. And don't clench the Janus. Squeeze. Let the shoulders be wide. Let the spine sink into the mat between your shoulder blades. Breathe. Good. Yeah. And squeeze. Good. See if you can just squeeze the right. Good. And squeeze. You're going to feel it deeper into the glutes. So I call this part of the glute, I call it the wonder bra muscle of the butt because it lifts and separates. So it pulls. It's right on that centerpiece. Good. And switch sides. Over to the left, squeezing. Right's holding. Good. And squeeze. And go slow. Don't go crazy. Okay? Fast is what gets us in trouble in the first place. Okay? Go slow and be intentional. Take note of every single movement that you make and make it with intent. Think about what you're doing and release the rest. Good. Slowly roll down. Good job. So that is the inner thigh. If your homework from me is only inner thigh, you can stop the video now. For those of you who are outer thigh, welcome. So we're going to be working with the outer thigh. I just got done the inners, so it will be time-stamped in the comments. So what we're going to be doing with a band, you can use a yoga strap, but it's not going to stretch. But it's still going to provide resistance. A band for this is better. A Pilates circle, as long as it's not too wide, is also going to be good. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to take the band and you're going to wrap it around the knees. So, and you can have the legs fairly close together. Your band, okay, legs are strong. Big muscles, even in the tiny hips, right? Lots of length, lots of power. You can probably use a heavy band for this and you'll be fine. Okay, so this is a heavy band. So I wrapped it around my knees. Try to make sure that it's wide if you're using a band. Don't let it sort of roll up on you the way that it does here, but just for around the knees for comfort. Okay, guys, so close your eyes. I'm going to give you the same spiel that I gave the people who did inner thighs. So relax. Make sure the back of the neck is long, the shoulders are wide, the jaws relaxed, okay? And you're going to relax the anus. So opposite to when we do inner thigh, when we pull the legs outward, the top of the legs are actually aiming into the sacrum, into the tailbone, into the anus. Your job is not to pull that hard. Your job is to just get the outers. So right here is a muscle called TFL. So we have the IT band, which travels. Everybody knows their IT bands, right? Never rolled them, by the way. Your TFL and glute med. Okay, glute med is the glute part of just behind. TFL attaches it. TFL is the outer hip muscle. And it's going to be, so in this chain of these three muscles, there's going to be a part of the chain that's weak on one side and strong on the other. Okay, just like our inner thighs. So, and chances are it's going to be opposite. So if you did inner thigh, you might even try to do inner thigh just for fun. See what it's like, right? Just don't overwork the strong one. The point is to try to get the weak one to figure it out, to challenge the brain and go, oh, okay, I got this. These are those muscles that we've been trying to work on, because usually if I give you this as homework, it's because you're going into your back or you're in your SI joints or you're going somewhere else that's causing some sort of pain and discomfort in the body, okay? These are good for anybody though. Okay, I do these in group classes. So ready? So we're going to go ahead and make sure your feet are hip width apart. Okay, when we did inner thighs, we brought them in a little bit. Now they're nice and parallel. Okay, we're going to pull open and slowly go back in. And if you're paying attention to me, you're going to notice that minor shaking on the way in. They're just sort of bouncing in. That's good. We want that little... That's the brain figuring out how to, because we're working them eccentrically when we go in. So it's that lengthening strength that we're creating. The out is the strong, okay, that's the contraction. And the in is the strong release, okay? So that's what creates the long, lean, strong muscles, okay? Yep, good. And out, good. Sorry, I'm just trying to tighten my band up a little bit more. Good. And in. Good. And out. Now, out and stay out. Now, relax the anus. Relax the jaw. You guys, you heard me talk about the Janus and the inner thigh one. So it's the jaw and the anus put together. You should start to feel this. And it probably going down around the gluteal crease, down around here too. That's okay. Breathe. Okay. Let it relax. Let yourself sink into the mat. Shoulders wide. Good, slowly bring it in. Good, bring it out wide. Imagine width. Imagine the tailbone sinking into the mat between the sit bones. Nice deep breaths and slowly bring it back in. Good, and out wide. And keep breathing. Good, you have to keep breathing. And in, good. Now, hold the left, pull the right, okay? So, open. And slowly come back in. Good. And open. It should be burning. If it's burning a lot, then undo a little bit. Open. And in. Good. So make sure you're doing what's appropriate. Okay, it doesn't matter how many you do. I said before, everybody thinks I'm a bad counter. Okay, I am kind of a bad counter. But really, I care more about you doing them properly than about you doing 10. Okay, give me 5 really freaking amazing ones that are helping you repattern and helping you heal and get better. Do that. Right? Don't give me 10. I don't care if you give me 10. What does that do for me? Nothing. Right? Okay, switch legs. Holding the right, pulling the left. Open and in. Good. And open. And in. Good. Open and in. Good. Nice. Deep breath. Shoulders wide, jaws relaxed. Good. And keep the head down. Keep the neck relaxed. You can rock the head out. Good. One more time. And in. Good. Now you're going to pull open and you're going to curl. If this is appropriate for you, lift the bum up. Just a little. Okay. The shoulders are still down. You have tons of weight still. Okay. You're going to go open and in. Good. Now, make sure you're not jamming in the anus. Okay. Relax and in. Good. Open, and it's going to move it out a little bit more. You might feel it moving down an IT band or two. Good. See if you can keep the legs straight and see that you're not like rocking from side to side. So make sure both legs are pulling at the same time, because believe it or not, you're going to have a favorite. Your brain does, not you, your brain. Okay, one more. Open. Good. Now, hold and pull the right one. One. Good. Breathe. Good. And really try to resist it with the left, so don't let the left one move. Good. Pull, push into that foot. Good. One more. And resist and up. Good. And switch. So now pulling the left. Good. Keep the right one steady. And 2. Relax. If you can't finish these, that's okay. Okay. This is advancing it. 4. Good. We're just going to do one more. And you're always welcome to do more. 5. Good. And back, and slowly roll down and relax. And you should feel nice and stabilized through the hips. Okay? Don't stretch them. Okay? Some people want to like do this and everything. Okay? So don't stretch the muscles that we've just got to work, because then you're pacifying them. You're letting them just go back to sleep. So you're undoing all the work that you did. So don't do it. Just let them sit. Right? Let them relax. You can let the knees knock together for a bit if you want. Just let them release. Okay? You can also come onto your side, but don't stretch. Okay? Just let them stay. Let the little muscles be angry. Okay? This is what it feels like to work them. Okay, guys? Thank you for joining me. I hope that your hips feel fantastic, and hopefully your jaws are relaxed too. Maybe smiling a little bit. Okay, guys? Have a great day.